estate agent and the hometown high school basketball game of the week. We got some second half possession coming up, the opening possession. But first, Gary, let's take a look at some of those first half stats.
Well, when you look at Northeastern, 4 for 9 from field goal range is probably not going to cut it. 5 for 11, still for Mechanicsburg, not bad. 4 for 5 for three-pointers for the Jets. That's keeping them in this game. 2 for 7 for Mechanicsburg. Now, the rebounds, that's where Mechanicsburg has the lead there with 11. They're really doing a good job with their defense tonight. 9 for the Jets. Look at the turnovers. That's got to be trimmed back. I'm sure both coaches had to talk about that. 14 for the Jets and 11 for the Berg.
Well, for Mechanicsburg, he averages 9 coming in. Logan Hurst, he's got 8 points. He leads the way for Mechanicsburg. Nice drive by Muscadre. Great job there. Look at this feed underneath. Edwards puts it up, no good, won't go, and gets his own rebound back. Look how he turns around, puts it right up. He fought for that one. As you're taking a look at some of the plays, some of the highlights, leading the way for the Jets of Northeastern, Dale Bush. He's got 3 threes in the ball game.
And you saw that last one, just kiss the rim and go in.
It doesn't make any difference how it goes through.
As long as it goes
through.
Yeah, pretty close ball game as you look at this scoreboard. Let's see if the Northeastern made some adjustments and starts playing defense like Mechanicsburg is.
Yeah, they're going to have to load that middle up because of the fact that, Mechanicsburg just seems a little bit quicker underneath there. As you know, Gary, I think the first thing that we see, what the coaches said to the Jets, is let's work for that good shot. But look at the defense. Look at the defense by Mechanicsburg, how tight it is. And another steal. Muscadre set that one up with a nice steal. And then here comes Edwards down court with it. So turnover again for the Northeastern Jets.
That's 15.
Oh, that's not good. Not good. And another thing that Northeastern has going against it right now is Mac Davis has 3 personal fouls. Cole Young with 3 personal fouls. And Adam Young is up there with 2 personal fouls. So nobody in trouble at all for Mechanicsburg. Looking for a shot, ball knocked away. Almost another turnover there. Underneath, turnaround jumper, no good, will not go. Rebound comes out to Hurst. And now a whistle, and we're going to have an offensive foul on Hurst as he tried to barnstorm his way in toward the basket.
That's kind of the turnaround here for the Jets, playing a lot better defense coming out of the shoot here. Kind of matching what Mechanicsburg was doing the first half to them.
But they've also got to get that good shot and not, I say again, turn the ball over. And full court pressure being applied by Mechanicsburg. That's where they're getting Northeastern, is they're starting out, Gary, with that full court press. And Mechanicsburg feels like they got to score real quick. There's that long cross-court pass. We all know how Lee Riley feels about that. Nice spin move, but look at how they are double-teaming the basketball, Mechanicsburg. Got that 3-2 zone going, and they are collapsing. Nice play there by Eli Justice. He had nowhere to go, so he just bounced it off of the foot of a Mechanicsburg end to get out of bounds.
Yeah, you got that double coverage over there. Somebody's going to open up, so you got to find somebody going down the lane, get a nice bounce pass to him, and put it up for 2.
But sometimes you get so nervous and reckless when you're double teamed like that, you just want to get rid of the basketball.
And it's a little hard to see down there, too.
You're right. But I will say, playing a much patienter offense is Northeastern, and that is how you're going to pick up some fouls. I think Edwards picked that one up. Yep. That is his second. So 2 fouls on Hurst as well as Tristan Hall and Jake Edwards now.
That's not good for Mechanicsburg.
No, but Northeastern with Mac Davis and Cole Young have 3 apiece. Boy, he had it loaded up. Justice wanted to take that 3-pointer and just didn't do it. As they are continuing. Boy, they must have said some words to him. Take the good shots. Nice feed into the middle, trying to back his way into the basket, but would not go for Northeastern was Dale Bush. 3-pointer fired up there by Fenton. Won't go. Rebound and a whistle.
Northeastern did a really good job setting this up. Watch this.
Yeah, watch
three-pointer.
this. But watch what they do with the
The
rebound.
rebound up, and then he gets the foul.
Yeah. And coming up with that
They set that up. They took their time, kept spreading that ball around the top of the
There you
key,
go.
and they got it.
There you go. Josh Calhoun will get a couple of shots, and actually Jake Edwards now, Gary, has his third personal foul, and they need him. No good. Josh Calhoun, a 64% free throw shooter, besides Dale Bush, some of the best free throw shooters on the basketball team. But he missed that one. Calhoun, with no points in that first half, needs to come up with a free throw here, and does.
And they're shooting 50 as a team.
50% as a team.
That's their first trip, believe it or not, to the free throw line.
Nice
Oh, what a
pass.
move.
Charging down the court was Jake Hurst. Took that ball in the lane and fired it up off the glass. Stolen away. Another turnover for the Jets. Down court goes Muscadre, puts it up and in. Well, now they're turning it around. They are playing just, Northeastern going into a lot of turnovers. And going down to the court very hard was Fenton.
I think
And
this is going to be on Mechanicsburg's foot, but let's watch. Yeah, that's a good call.
it
That's
is.
a good
It
call.
is a good call. As it was kicked out of bounds by Mechanicsburg. It'll be the Jets basketball. All the way back out. There's a three. Launch. No good. Off the rim by Bush. Mechanicsburg comes down with the rebound. And just kind of walking it up slowly right now is Chris Taylor. I mean, they've got that 27-19 lead. Couldn't make it a double-digit lead on this trip down the court. Underneath it goes, and it hit. Who did it hit in the back? And finally coming up with it was, it looked like number 15, Tristan Hall, but it hit somebody in the back first. Fenton driving high off the glass, will not go. Up for the rebound. Nice play by Josh Calhoun. Gets his third point of the night.
They're playing a lot more aggressive coming out this second half.
But the deal is,
And I thought Mechanicsburg was going to start running it on them, but they're slowing it down too, kind of playing the same type game Northeastern wants to do this second half.
and Northeastern just has to cut down on those turnovers. Losing it too many times. Underneath, Tristan Hall cannot go. He tried to force that one up. And Northeastern comes down court and tries to cut into that lead again. Passing the ball around the perimeter. Another three, no good. That one fired up by Dale Bush. He missed one. He's got 3 3-pointers tonight.
I like that fast ball movement, though, for Northeastern. That's something we didn't see in the first half.
And you can wear that defense out, and you can pick up some personal fouls that way, too. Shot up, no good. Rebound, ripped down by Bush.
That's the first three-point attempt for Mechanicsburg this second half.
With the basketball, trying to drive, tries to work it into the lane, and does that.
Look at that defense by Mechanicsburg.
Boy, it's just, look at it. They're playing 3 out front, then they collapse.
That's a nice shot.
Yeah, that was a nice drive and put up, I will have to say, kind of wildly off the
Almost like they
glass,
have
but it
6
goes.
guys out there.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
11 points now for Dale Bush, the 6-foot sophomore. Corner, jumper on the way, in and out.
In and out.
Nice rebound underneath. It came right down into his hands was Logan Hurst. So
And
Hurst
Coach
right now.
over there, Larry Cantrell, says, I've had enough.
Yeah,
Let's go ahead and look this thing over here because it's getting five. Here it is right there.
look at that.
6-point
What
game.
a nice drive.
6-point game, and they want to walk away with a win here. Both teams. Nice block. What a great block as they take it down the court.
Now watch this.
Yep.
Nice drive here, up high off the glass, but a rebound by Calhoun.
See, a lot more aggressive than they were that first half.
A lot more. But if you watch this defense by Mechanicsburg, they're playing that 3-2, and as soon as somebody gets the ball, there are 2 men on him, and not giving them the opportunity to find an open man.
Well, I was talking to Coach Cantrell earlier before the game, and he says that's what they had trouble with last time they played, because you don't get a whole lot of chance to really practice with the amount of players you have when you're trying to practice that zone. So he says we've worked out some kinks, and it looks like they have.
Well, it looks like they worked out a lot of kinks on that. Possession arrow, if you're keeping track, is going toward Mechanicsburg right now in this second half. 6-point lead. But when you think about it, It was a 10-point lead. It's just that every time Northeastern gets a chance to pull off a couple of points, they lose the basketball.
Or else they get it blocked, or they shoot a bad look at the basket.
You're absolutely right.
And it's really hard with that the way that Mechanicsburg is playing, as we said all night long, to get down and get an easy one off the line, off the glass.
Everybody in the backcourt except for 2 players.
There's
So full court
opening.
pressure. Boy, there's a nice pass. What a beautiful pass from Fenton to Calhoun.
That's what happens when you put on that full court press.
Yeah, well, once you break it, you're
You
in.
get the reindeer running.
With almost loading it up and taking it was Chris Taylor, but he decided not to.
Good defense by Northeastern here now.
Now they're
See?
starting to collapse too. And I will say one thing about the officials, they are letting them play.
Almost stolen.
Almost stolen away, but not. I was going to say a nice drive, but that
That's
was
a block.
hardly a nice drive. Blocked underneath, and Calhoun comes up with it. Mac Davis takes it down, then has to feed it back out to Fenton for 3 and count it. Now look at that. What was a 10-point lead, Gary, is now a 1-point lead for Mechanicsburg.
Well, you can tell the crowd likes it here. We're at Northeastern High School in Springfield, Ohio.
Now they are trying to do, Northeastern is what,
That's a foul.
what they did to Mechanicsburg in the first game, beat them by 11. And they find themselves down by 1 right now.
I think
And
that's going to be on Bush, is it not?
I believe it is. And going to the free throw line will be number 3, that being Logan Hurst. Dale Bush is one of the few in this lineup that has only 1 foul. And that is the 3rd team foul. Check that, 1st team foul. Shot is up, no good. As Hurst coming in, only a 48% free throw shooter. He looked real good on his last 2, sunk both of them. Gary just kind of looked at me like, how did you remember that? Ball's up, that's no good. Ball brought down and
There we go.
stolen away. Here come the Jets. Corner shot on the way, too long. As ending up with it, they should have taken that shot was Mac Davis.
Yeah, do not put
But
the
one more
ball on
pass.
the floor.
Yeah,
Go
one
up
more.
off the glass. No reason in the world to dribble that.
Just take it, fire it up. Who was it we saw do that? Was
They're
that?
lucky they hung on to the possession there.
Yeah, it is. But who used to always do that, Gary? Just no dribble, put it up, scored a lot of points. As the Jets try to drive, nice drive there by Mac Davis. Are they going to count it? They must have. Mac Davis with a nice drive, and he's going to be fouled. And coming up with that foul is number 22, Blake Sadowski.
Watch here. This is a shot. He goes down and he gets fouled, and watch it go in right there. And they have the lead 30-29.
That was a perfect drive. As they get the lead, and that's the first lead for them since early in the first half. Mac Davis, 61% free throw shooter. Is he going to get the old-fashioned? Nope, didn't get it. Rebound pulled down by Tristan Hall.
That's one of those shots I say, too much spin. Too much rotation, and then hit that rim.
And rotation's good, but sometimes, you're right. Ball almost stolen away, and I think putting his hand in there was number 23 to knock it away, Dale Bush. And Dale looked like he stubbed his fingers.
Both teams right now have 15 turnovers apiece. Not good.
Not good at all, but look at the score, 30-29, so at least it's a close ball game. What was a 10-point lead not that long ago for Mechanicsburg has turned into a 1-point deficit right now.
With 1 minute and 20 seconds left to go in the third.
Fenton started to drive and then gets it to Calhoun, who drives, puts it up, won't go. Nice drive by Calhoun. He gets it, throws it out of there, and it is going to be Mechanicsburg's basketball.
That was a nice try to save that, but just a little bit too much, and this court's pretty tight all the way around.
All right, it'll be Mechanicsburg's ball. And we're down to 65 seconds remaining in this third quarter. Golly, that was quick. As Mechanicsburg's ball, Taylor gets it back out on top to Hurst. Chris Taylor with a three-pointer, won't go. Oh, what a nice rebound. Sneaking in there and coming up with 2 points was Logan Hurst. He's playing a whale of a ball game right now.
That's how you get a basket. Follow your shot and get that rebound.
And taking no time at all off the clock was Adam Webb. He was going to take the shot no matter what, which was not actually a very good shot. Logan Hurst has 14 points. He leads the way for both ball clubs right now. Quiet so far in the second half has been Dale Bush. He had 9 at halftime. That one goes out of bounds. Turnover again for Mechanicsburg, Gary.
Northeastern has a chance right now, 23 seconds left to go, to take it all the way up the court and get this last shot and still hopefully come out on top at the end of the third.
Well, Mechanicsburg led after the first quarter 12-9, and Mechanicsburg outscored Northeastern 11-9 to take a 23-18 lead at halftime. 10 seconds. Fenton drives, passes it off on the lane, will not go, and that's going to be a jump ball. And it's going to say possession arrow, Mechanicsburg, with 4.5 seconds remaining in this third quarter. And watch this, puts it up. Oh, what a perfect play, and will not go.
It doesn't get closer than that.
No, it doesn't. Has to get the shot off, and it will not go for Chris Taylor. And that is going to do it for the third quarter. It's in the books. It is a 31-30 lead for Mechanicsburg over Northeastern. More basketball coming up. Our basketball week of the coverage right now on local TV free Sports Network.
Some people think Allstate only protects your car. Here's the truth. Allstate can also protect your home or apartment, as well as your boat, motorcycle, RV, and snowmobile, and even your retirement and your life. Not many insurance companies can say that, but Allstate can.
Call me, Jim Twiggs, at 390-3330, located at 2985 Durr Road in the Kroger Shopping Center.
Greater Ohio Eye Surgeons has a 30-year history of serving the ophthalmic needs of the Miami Valley. The Greater Ohio Eye Surgeons specialize in meeting the medical and surgical eye care needs of the entire family. Dr. Larry Fish, Dr. Gary Lau, and Dr. Scott Stork are committed to providing our patients the best medical care with a personal touch. Schedule your appointment today in Springfield, Urbana, London, or Beaver Creek, because seeing is believing.
Hometown High School basketball game of the week on local TV for me, Sports Network. It was Northeastern that time outscoring Mechanicsburg in the third quarter 12-8 to find themselves down by just 1 point in the ball game. Nice drive on that baseline. Look how they cut off the players. That's going to be over and back, and knowing it was Adam Webb. He just picked it up and started running with it. It'll be Mechanicsburg's basketball side court. As coming over will be Joey Muscadre. Boy, these are some names we've had for football for a lot of years with this Mechanicsburg football team.
Boy, what a powerhouse for that football team. And then to have the strength to come back here and play basketball another full season.
Amen.
That's a true athlete for you.
Well, that's beyond a true athlete. That's just wow.
Well, that's a long, long season. You know, they went into the tournament, you know, and then go right into basketball.
And that does hurt your basketball program. I don't care what you say. It does.
Off the back.
Yeah, that's thrown in, but it goes off of Mechanicsburg.
Backboard underneath.
Yeah. All right. Northeastern ball, and they can turn it around for a lead with 7.5 minutes remaining in this basketball game. It's been a good one. The Jets coming back from 10 down in the second half to trail by 1. Yeah, at one point they were down by 10. Oh, nice bounce pass on that baseline, but it will not go. And gets his own rebound. It will not go for Josh Calhoun.
Just losing a little bit of that touch you need, that little soft touch. So often we see him go off that glass and just pound it off that. You got to have that little nice touch.
And sometimes
he'll get it back here. He'll get it here.
Sometimes you get too close. You need spin to spin it off to the
sometimes
right.
You're just trying too hard.
Yes. Well, yeah. Amen, brother. As driving, putting it up, no good. Short-armed it, and that was Muscadre. Calhoun got the rebound, and here comes Fenton. Long pass down court. Nice pass into the lane, and we've got traveling. Yeah, coming down with the basketball in the high pass was Dale Bush. and he just could not turn around and get it in there. There it is.
Look at
See? You can see it.
Muscadre. Muscadre's kind of limping. Now watch on this turnaround here. See if you can see what happens here. He's coming out right now.
Yeah,
and he's hurt a little bit on his ankle, and he's pooped.
Yeah, he tweaked something. And trust me, ankles and knees are something you don't have to do a whole lot to get hurt. You know what I'm saying? You just twist it the wrong way and you're gone.
We've got a little moisture on the floor here. Is what this little stoppage is. There he is. He's beat. He said, I played football. I'm a senior. I'm playing basketball.
Sometimes these guys, especially, you can take a look at him. Just take a look at Joey Muscadre, and he runs himself until he's dead. You know what I mean? When he's out of gas, he's totally out of gas. And he needs to get a little blow over there on the sideline. But then he'll be back and do the same thing. It's just like once the adrenaline starts flowing, forget it. Edwards wanted to go. This is a much better defense in this second half for the Jets than it was in the first half. It was a nice pick set up underneath by Adam Webb. Taking their time. You know, even with a 1-point lead, this is the way to play basketball, don't you think, Gary? Ball thrown away. Sometimes it gets you out of your rhythm, like right there.
17 turnovers for Mechanicsburg. Down to just under 6 minutes here.
Wanted to take a shot, and then he fakes it. Then he gets it outside. Fenton with a three. No, won't go. Rebound coming down into the hands of Chris Taylor. 5 team fouls. Keep that in mind for Mechanicsburg. Ball up and in.
That's the difference right there. Go right to that glass.
Puts it up and in. Now it's a 3-point lead. Still just a 1-possession game.
Now, Lee, one thing you haven't seen too much of, to get them into that glass, a couple pick and rolls by the Jets.
Oh, yes.
I've not seen a pick or a screen play yet tonight.
I just saw one pick down here at this end of the court underneath the basket, and you are right. That's the only one I've seen tonight.
And that's going to get them down that lane for the easy bucket.
Driving up, puts it up,
boy,
no good,
nice try.
and this is going to be a blocking foul. You know, how do you call that, Gary? I mean, you got to have some real good eyes to see that Tristan Hall was not set. And that's his 3rd personal foul.
Well, Webb's got to sink these here.
Yeah, he does. And he's only a 41% free throw shooter. But you need to sink him. You need to keep this just a 1-possession game. No good, too hard. Off the back of the rim. What are they shooting now, Gary, as a team? As eye on the basketball is Webb. Came in averaging 3 a ball game. He's another sophomore. It's a young basketball team. Puts it up. That one goes in. Took the nice high bounce and went down through. Checking back into the ball game will be Dale Bush for the Jets of Northeastern. So now it's a 2-point lead for Mechanicsburg. Got 5 minutes on the button remaining in this basketball game. As Mechanicsburg still working it around. But this defense is really starting to smother for the Jets of Northeastern. They had Muscadre back in the corner, and the ball stolen away. Here come the Jets the other way. Put the ball up and is going to be fouled. Boy,
he'll go to the line here for 2, and he's got to make both of these. Watch this steal. They're double teaming over in the corner, and there's the ball stolen. He takes it all the way up the court. Now watch this hit here. And
Bam.
he goes down hard, but he'll go to the line for 2, and they need both of these in a big way.
And Logan Hurst picks up his 3rd personal foul. So he's got to take it kind of easy as we head into the latter stages of this basketball game.
They don't go to the line too often. This is their 6th trip tonight.
Mac Davis, a 61% free throw shooter. The senior, averaging 6 points a ball game. He puts that one through.
There's a nice rotation.
Yeah, that had great rotation. But I got to thinking what you said. Maybe it's too much rotation, but that went right down through.
That was a nice follow through, and one more point here, and we have a tie ball game with 4:44 to go.
All right, big shot for Mac Davis as he looks for his 4th point of the night. It'll be a big one, and it is.
Beautiful shot.
Boy, those were perfect. 33 apiece.
Now Mechanicsburg has to answer here as they bring up the ball up the court. They got to take their time, look for that good shot. They've been turning it over way too many times. 18, and there's their bucket.
Look at that for Chris Taylor, three-pointer. Back up by 3, 36-33. And the ball in, I don't know, he didn't look like he knew it was coming to him. Dale Bush was kind of looking around, and it went right by his ear, out of bounds. Another turnover for the Jets. And
there's leadership by the Jets coming down the court. And he's out front, and he's telling his teammates, let's just chill and just get control of this. I'm talking about Mac Davis. He said,
Davis, yeah.
Settle down. Don't get panicked here.
He's got a shoving foul underneath. As the big guy, that being Logan Hurst, was underneath there.
That's his fourth, isn't it?
No, well, who was that on? Yeah, no. That was on, Logan Hurst was actually in there on offense, but coming up with that foul, his second was Dale Bush. So Mechanicsburg keeps the basketball. Yes. Now we get another 3-second violation, and he cannot believe it. Tristan Hall with the 3-second violation.
That's the second one we've had tonight. I think we haven't had any in the other games we've had all year.
Or the last 5 years, I don't think. And let's see. Technical foul is going to be called on Mechanicsburg head coach Michael Cantrell. And they're jawing at each other. And Cantrell getting right into the face of the official. And he's a little bit upset with that 3-second violation. And he's not going to, he can't be convinced. At the free throw line with that technical, this could be a turnaround here. Putting it up, won't go. Won't go. Dale Bush, 67% free throw shooter, as he is second on the team in free throw shooting. He's got 11 points. Make that 12. All right, now it's 36-34, which means the Jets can tie it up or take the lead this time on the court.
Yeah, they get the possession of the ball after that technical, and the coach over there, Cantrell's not happy at all, but I'm not sure what he saw that we missed. But
well, it was a 3-second deal. Driving the lane, nice play by Benton, but it won't go. And still fighting for it underneath, finally out of Benton's hands into the hands of Chris Taylor, and here comes Taylor down court quickly. He wants to take it all the way and does, and puts it up and will not go. And a foul is going to be called on the Jets.
How often have we seen games where that pace picks up in that fourth quarter and everybody gets a little discombobulated, the fouls occur, and then the game gets away from you?
Gets away. And guess who got that foul? Number 4 on Mac Davis. Averages 6 a ball game, and is so much more important than scoring. Shot is up. That one's no good by Chris Taylor. And I didn't jinx him. He's a 76% free throw shooter. He's got 10 points. 6 of those coming from beyond the arc. That one's up and in. That was perfect. 37-34. Another 3-point lead and a 1-possession ball game. And that's where the Jets have to keep it. And, I guess when you're in that situation, you try. That's still a lot of time. But you try to get that 3-point shot and get fouled. And still great defense being played by this Indians ball club.
I don't know why Mac Davis isn't dropping down here, Lee.
Well, look at him standing out there with 4. I can tell you why. He's got 4 personal fouls.
Technical foul.
And this one is going to go against.
This is going to go against.
Is this against Cantrell again? No, this one is going to go against the Jets and go into the free throw line. The officials trying to keep everything in hand right now, as there's some folks that have kind of hurt their tempers. Shot is up. That is good. Bounces around, but goes down through. Was that technical on Calhoun?
I didn't see the number, Lee.
Is that it up there? Number 5? Yeah, number 5. That being Eli Justice. but I don't know if he got the technical foul or not. He got a foul. No good on that shot. So the free throw shooter, who averages 76%, shooting 50%. At least the last 2 times at the free throw line. 3:19, that's what we got left. And a 4-point lead, and well, more harm could happen here as they get to keep the ball, they being the Indians of Mechanicsburg. A lot of shoving going on tonight. Bounce pass underneath. Tristan Hall puts it up. It won't drop. And the ball is going to be knocked out of bounds by, well, first they were going to give it to Northeastern. Then he said, no, it's off Josh Calhoun. I think that was the right call. Inbounds it comes. Three-pointer is launched. It will not go.
Oh, boy.
Now, is this going to go against Mac Davis? If it is, he's out of here. Or was it on Dale Bush?
He was shooting a three-pointer, too.
Yeah, this will be 3 shots. And going to the free throw line will be, and that's Chris Taylor's not the one you want to take to the 3-point or to the free throw line. That one rolls out. Did everything but go in. The foul, they say, was on Dale Bush. That is his 3rd. And going to the free throw line and not having a good time there, at least tonight, is 76% free throw shooter Chris Taylor. That one went through. He's got 13 points, and the Jets want a timeout. You know, that's probably a smart timeout, Gary. Let's let some cooler heads prevail here.
Yeah, well, watch this play here. Coming up off the glass, there's the rebound, gets it up and in. That's a good way to play, and he finally found that open spot.
Yes, he did.
Then they kick it out, try to go along the baseline. This is when they were rolling earlier in the game, and then here comes Mechanicsburg. Comes back with right down that middle lane. The defense just dropped back too much. Here's a long pass, long three-pointer, and then it started taking off for Mechanicsburg again.
All right, both of these ball clubs trying to get back in the winning track. Northeastern, as we had mentioned before the ball game, on an 8-game losing streak. They are playing as hard as they can. Don't forget, upcoming at the end of the ball game, as we always do, it is the Good Hands Player of the Game Award, brought to you by Allstate. You're always in good hands with Jim Twiggs in Allstate. Jim with a couple of locations. You can see it right there. Durr Road in Springfield and Orchard Run in West Carrollton. During our post game, we'll do the Player of the Game Award. How long, Gary? 20 years? Close to it anyway, with that award. As going to the free throw line, trying to make it 2 for 3 this time, because he got three shots. It's fouled on a three-pointer. That one's good.
Yeah, they're shooting 10 for 21. Again, about 50% like they were in the first half.
14 points now for Chris Taylor. Now the Jets have to keep their nose to the old grindstone, knuckle down, and make their shots. No turnovers. It was a nice play there, and a nice shot by Mac Davis. Just would not go. Another three-pointer fired up, and no, it will not go. And a foul is going to be called on Adam Webb.
Over the back again.
Now, the only thing for the Jets is that they've only got, well, I say only, but it's 16 fouls, and one more. And then going to the free throw line with the 1-and-1 will be Mechanicsburg. 18 fouls on Mechanicsburg right now, but they've got that 6-point lead. And Gary, I'm doing nothing here if I'm Mechanicsburg, but just kind of messing with the basketball. And now we got a whistle. And this one is going to be called against number, is it 31? Who did they say? Trying to look at the officials who they called it on. Going to the free throw line will be Mechanicsburg. Number 23, they say. That's 4 personal fouls on Bush, 4 on Davis. At the free throw line will be Logan Hurst. He's got a couple of free throws tonight. He's also got 14 points. No good. Will not get the bonus. He's coming down with the rebound. It's Calhoun. Now they've got to play for that good shot and not just recklessly throw it up. Well, look at that defense. Double, triple team in the corner. and not being able to do anything with the basketball. Number 44, Cole Allen, and a timeout is going to be called so they can hold on to the basketball with 2 minutes and 16 seconds remaining. That is it. And here's the way it looked. People were saying you were, as you voted for this, as you cast your ballot, something we do all the time. Mechanicsburg, 66 to 34% for Northeastern, and Facebook, as well as Twitter, 413 voted. And Gary, that was pretty good. 413 with a voice, and that's the way the poll ends right now. And so far, if you pick Mechanicsburg, you're doing good.
I think winning this game is just being calm and confident, making good shots. Both teams need to settle down a little bit right now. Mechanicsburg, all they have to do is just keep control of that ball, and they have this ball game.
Yes. Where Northeastern has to try to find out a way to win. Still looking. They are taking their time, trying to set up, but when you're down by this many points, you've got to eventually fire one up. Driving, Calhoun puts it up and in.
That's a wonderful approach to the basket. A really good job.
Backed his way in, took a dribble, put it up, and around the glass and down.
Now they get a turnover here, they're in good shape.
Kicking the ball out of bounds is Dale Bush. Now Dale has got 4 personal fouls, 4 on Mac Davis.
1:44 left to go in this game. If Mechanicsburg can just hang on to this ball, and we've seen it done in this timely, they can run out this clock right now.
And you got to figure out.
They're in foul, they'll get that foul. They'll go to the line.
And you got to figure out who's the worst free throw shooter and fouling. Get him to the free throw line. Hopefully they miss, and you get to go down court.
So if you're the Jets, either go for that ball now or a foul.
Yes.
Try to get it quick, so you can don't let them run this clock out on you.
As we had mentioned, Cole Allen coming into the ball game. Double teamed in the corner, and we've got a whistle, and Mechanicsburg wants the timeout. Is jumping up real quickly. Michael Cantrell, head coach, we're caught in the corner. We need to stop this right now. Don't forget, next week, got another dandy for you, as we're going to be in Springfield, over at Springfield High School, for a great G-Walk National East matchup. Springfield against the Elks of Centerville. And the Elks of Centerville, coached by Mr. Cups, who used to be at Urbana High School for years. So there you go, www.localtvforme.com. Check it out, and check out the website. And don't forget the YouTube as well, and watch the games live on YouTube too. Minute 34 seconds remaining in this basketball game. And it's a game to where, and I think right now, Gary, you have to take a look if you're Northeastern and go, all right, we got a couple of guys with 4 fouls, but we need to get that quick foul. And hopefully they miss it. You go down court, take your time at that point, and hit a 3, basically a 2, and only get fouled. Mechanicsburg taking the ball out just to the right of us. And triple teamed, I don't know who's going to get that foul, was Logan Hurst. And I guess if you're going to foul somebody, Logan is the guy to foul. He's only a 48% free throw shooter, Gary.
23rd trip to the line for Mechanicsburg tonight. And they're shooting 10 for 22.
And this is a 1-and-1 for Logan Hurst. With that foul was Josh Calhoun, and believe it or not, that was just his first. Shots up, it will not drop. And Calhoun gets the rebound. Coming down court quickly, but wildly are the Jets. Three-pointer is launched. No, it will not go from Cole Allen. Rebound to the lane. That one's stolen away, and we've got a foul. This one is going to go against Dale Bush, and Dale will spend the rest of the ball game riding the pines. That is number 5. But again, you've got going to the free throw line Logan Hurst, who's only a 48% free throw shooter and just missed his last one. I've got Dale Bush for 5, and apparently not. Oh, check it, it's not on him. It's on Calhoun, they say. The way that he was walking around Dale Bush, you would have thought it was on him. Free throw from Logan Hurst. Logan's played a really good ball game. He's got 15 points, averages 9 a ball game, for the 6'2" junior. Look at that. 48% shooter, and that's what you call hitting under pressure. Jump shot on the way for three. Rims it, will not go. Fight for the basketball, and coming down with it will be Logan Hurst, I believe. And this one will go against, is this one against Calhoun as well? No, it's number 2, they say, Fenton. So Fenton will pick up his second. And going to the free throw line will be number 3 again, Logan Hurst, who hit 2 big ones before.
26th free throw attempt for Mechanicsburg.
I tell you,
13 for 26.
Gary, for a 48% free throw shooter, his last 3 have been perfect.
1:09 left to go in this ball game. Kind of turned around here at the end here with Mechanicsburg pulling out the end here.
8-point lead now. I mean, it was a 1-point lead for Northeastern, and then all of a sudden that evaporated very, very quickly. Don't forget local TV for me. Get connected if you would. Go to www.localtvforme.com. Check out community events, sports stories, contests, videos, and Twitter and Facebook, and well, take a look. Get connected. What you're going to do with local TV for me. Lee Riley, Gary Littell here with you. We have been at Northeastern High School. It's been a pretty good ball game, but as Gary had mentioned, the free throws, as it always does when you get down toward the end of the ball game and you're behind a 2-point deficit or a 4-point turns into a 10.
Well, it's different too if you have somebody that can really shoot consistent 3-point shots to get you back into the game. Now it's anybody that gets a handle on that ball is trying to hit a 3-pointer just to get back into it. It almost becomes too late.
Well, that's like Cole Allen went down, and he's only averaging 2 points a ball game, but has only played in like 1 ball game to score, and he fired it up to try to get lucky with that 3-pointer for Northeastern. But you got to take the shots. You never know. It's the Jets basketball in the backcourt. Muscadre was set up to do a little pressing, but then backed off really quick. Faking the 3-point, driving, putting it up. It will not drop. Calhoun comes down with the rebound, and he's not real happy with the personal foul. Well, they're going to call the foul on Calhoun.
Gets that foul.
Yeah, Calhoun. That'll be his
this
third.
Down here. And then there goes, I don't know about that.
Yeah, well, going to the free throw line. Man, he has been there.
He might as well have a chair.
Yes. Okay, just throw it down here, and I'll go ahead and hit. He's got 6 from the charity stripe. Missed that one. He's got 18 points. And looking for number 19. He'll be 10 points over his average if he can connect on it.
29th trip to the free throw line.
It's up. No good. Rims it. Will not go in. Calhoun with the rebound, and here he goes up the court. Gets it across that timeline, but it's picked up real tight. Into the corner. High archer will not go. Guess who comes up with it? Logan Hurst, and I think he's going to be fouled again. So we'll see who this is on. It's going to the free throw line for about, what, the 20th time here in the last 2 minutes? He's been there a lot. He had 1 point and hit 4 in a row, missed his last 2. And it's a 48% free throw shooter, and he's got, that one does drop down through. So he's got his 19 point, 10 points over his average right now, trying to add to that.
10 more points at the free throw line than Northeastern.
There it is. They win ball games at the free throw line. Fenton lets it roll, and then sneaking up was Edwards, so he had to pick it up real quick. 3-pointer, no good. Rebound by Northeastern. Fenton puts it up, no good. And fighting for the ball, and we got a foul. And who were they pointing at here?
Well, while we got a second, we'd like to thank
Yes.
Todd Justice, principal here at Northeastern, and then Chuck Ratterman for such fine hospitality they've given us.
Chuck did a great job.
And this Northeastern team, I think when they regroup and realize they got to start playing as a team and start working that ball around and then get a good look, they're going to be all right. But they got to work a little more teamwork here.
Well,
Mechanicsburg had that same thought. coming into tonight, and they got that teamwork they wanted.
Well, picking up the foul, I mean, why not? He's been down at the foul line down here at this end, and he picks up the personal foul, and that was Logan Hurst.
Got a little spillage on the floor there.
And cleaning up very, very well. He's one of the ladies with the basketball team, Northeastern Jets. And the officials taking a good hard look at it.
Well, there might be blood on there.
I was going to say that's got to be cleaned up, yeah. And don't forget now, next week we're going to travel over to Springfield High School, and it should be a dandy as the Wildcats playing out of the G-Walk National East, and they're going to play the team that is in second place. It is
that's an old friend who's coaching over there.
Yes,
Old friend of
Mr.
ours.
Cups.
Yep.
And the Elks league record of 5-2. The Wildcats at 7-0, and they can really put it away with a win next week. We'll
That
see.
should be a fun one.
Should be a real good
If not
one.
a loud one.
It'll be a loud one. All right, going to the free throw line will be Josh Calhoun. Josh is about a 64% free throw shooter, and he's got himself 7 points tonight. Check that. Yeah, 7 points. We'll be looking for 8 and 9. And it's a 10-point lead right now for the Mechanicsburg Indians. You know, both of these ball clubs have looked, Gary, very, very good at times. They just need a lot of consistency. Eyeballs, it puts it up, and it will not go for Calhoun. 6-foot senior forward. Trying to find his 8th point here.
Talking to some of the other players and fans, you know, there's a good bucket. Because it's so hard to lose game after game, and that's when you do a gut check, come with all your teammates, gather around and say, let's turn this over, let's change it around, and let's do what we have to do and do our own job.
Yeah, you know, the basketball season is not, because everybody gets into the tournament. You never know when you can get hot. Look out.
And there's a tournament coming up too, so
Yeah.
you know you might as well right now start focusing on what you need to do there to stay in that.
And Cole Allen picks up his first personal
nice
foul.
shot.
And yep, beautiful shot by Jake Edwards. He picks up his 3rd point of the night. Boy, he has been all over the place. He's a freshman, averages 5 a ball game, and is a 56% free throw shooter. Or check that, 64%. Nails that one as well.
18 free throw points for Mechanicsburg.
And look at the leads, yeah. I thought we were going to get a 3-pointer. There it is, NBA range, good. Noah Fenton picks up his 8th point of the night, 6 of those coming from the beyond the arc, and it's now an 8-point lead with 20 seconds remaining, and we've got a foul just like that.
It's almost amazing when you see something like that, how a couple of those could change the game around, but right now there's only 21 seconds left on the clock. So,
well,
but earlier that's why we said look for those good close-in shots, but the defense was just too good.
Oh, it was too good, too good. And coming up with that foul was Cole Allen. He picks up his 2nd, and he's kind of like the hatchet man right now. Send him in there, let him get some fouls, and because he can spare them, and will save everybody else. 20.8 seconds remaining. The next one up and in for Chris Taylor. 16 points for Taylor. Another 3 launched by Fenton. Nice rebound. Coming down to the hands of Mac Davis. Fired up there, won't go. Hurst comes up with it. We're down to 7 seconds. And coming up court with the basketball will be Chris Taylor. And he's just going to stop right at the free throw line. And this one is over with. It is Mechanicsburg coming up with a 50-40 victory over the Northeastern Jets. That's going to do it. It is in the books right now. Our post-game report and highlights going to be coming up, plus the Player of the Game award on the local TV for me, the Sports Network.
I'm Nick Jacobson, and I'm a senior in the Electrical Trades program at the Springfield Clark CTC. Currently in my class, we are being taught motor controls and 3-phase commercial power. My goal is to further my education through an apprenticeship and become a power distribution lineman, and all I had to do was commit. Career opportunities making meaningful impact today. For more information, visit www.scctc.org.
At Dave Kell Chevrolet and Chevrolet Trucks, we are proud that customers keep coming back to purchase vehicles. Now we have a brand new showroom that will help us serve our customers better.
We give every customer specialized attention to find the right vehicle at the right price, and we have a wide variety of new and used vehicles to choose from.
Visit us at Dave Kell Chevrolet and experience no-nonsense car shopping.
The best place to purchase a new or used vehicle is at Dave Kell Chevrolet in Mechanicsburg, Ohio.
Although the world is ever changing, the basic rhythms of life remain the same. One being people's passion to build families, communities, houses, businesses. But turning passion into reality is often challenging. For all of life's moments, count on Security National Bank.
The post-game report as Gary will check things out to see how we got to tonight's final score. Gary?
Well, we started this game talking about Mechanicsburg coming in and playing some defense. Well, they did, but Northeastern got off with some great shots, and then Mechanicsburg said, you know what, we're going to start taking this thing downtown. And they went in, and then the foul trouble started happening for Northeastern. As you see, a nice fight there. Coming up there, really good shot by number 3, putting it up and in, and that's Logan Hurst. And Hurst just played a great game, and when it came down to the end of the game, he was at the free throw line. How many times I had it written down here now? I have 20 for 36 for Mechanicsburg at the free throw line.
I think that toward the end of the ball game, Logan Hurst was there about 8, took 8 shots and made 6 of them, so he was very instrumental.
Well, and to shoot that well from the free throw line, you'd like to have it better as you get down into the tournament, but 20 for 36 is not bad.
That's
but
not bad, no.
You look at Northeastern, they went to the line 11 times and only made 6. So that's what happens when you get into foul trouble.
And time now for our All-State Player of the Game Award winner, brought to you by Jim Twiggs and Mr. Littell, who was tonight's winner.
Well, you watch him coming down the court here right now. Number 3, Logan Hurst, junior, 6'2". He's a forward. He went to the free throw line, made some great outside shots, got the rebounds, and look at this. He fought for this ball all the way through this game. He ended up with 20 points. You are our All-State Good Hands Player of the Game.
Came up with 20, and Gary had 8 at the free throw line. Join us again next Friday night from Springfield High School as the Wildcats are going to be hosting the Centerville Elks. Till next Friday night, on behalf of all of us and Gary Littell, this is yours truly, Lee Riley, wishing everyone a very pleasant good evening.